good. We're good to go.
Welcome to Locked In on Lockdown. My name's Alex.
I'm Jack Gerard.
And today, as always, we're going to be delivering a daily source of motivation, inspiration, and getting your mind right so that you can be ready to tackle these uncertain times. Jack, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. What is the topic of conversation today? Tell them.
Today, we're going to be talking about trying to find opportunity through adversity. And we know times right now are challenging, but I am personally turbocharged about the opportunity that we have to make a difference, to build a business, to learn and develop that new skill that maybe you've been putting off all year. So for me, I'm super excited. And as much as we do appreciate that, times are uncertain, for me, this is just a phenomenal opportunity to kind of take a step back and think about, as I say, all of those things that maybe you've been putting off a little bit, or all of those things that, that new language that maybe you wanted to learn. So, I've been trying to do Spanish for a long time, so that's on my agenda during these times. But Jack, tell me what's on your mind? What are you planning to get done through this year?
I've been saying for the longest time that I really want to start a business, and this situation has forced me into the position where it's something that I need to do. And also, I feel like time is so much more precious than it has ever been. I'm just so aware of how valuable every moment is because of exactly what you're talking about. There is a wealth of opportunity right now, and I think I hope everybody can see that. If not, just jump on social media and see how people are adapting their businesses, and it's going to be really interesting coming out of this terrible situation. How many people will continue to keep that structure of having an online aspect of their business or their life that they didn't have before, and I think that's basically kind of what we want to dive into. Is just basically how we can use this situation to the best of our advantage.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's important to start with the concept of writing it down. So we've all got all of these ideas. We've got all of these different things that we've been thinking about getting done. And we almost need to maybe step back initially and think about, right, let me write out. Let me write down what are the things that I could be doing? What are the things that I've been putting off for a long time? And set out an order of prioritization, right? So, what's the number one thing that if I can come out of this and say I've done, I would be super happy, right? And maybe set out that order. And the next biggest thing to me is action. And it's always having a bias towards taking action. So you got your game plan, you know what you want to do. Don't wait. Today is the day. Right now is the moment. If you've got something in your mind that you've been thinking about kickstarting, don't hesitate. You're on this video right now. Go and get that notebook, start writing down, or go and start the project.
I was literally going to say that. I was going to say, pause the video. If you haven't got a pen and paper, write it down. It's so important to be writing down these individual steps in the process of what it is that you're trying to achieve. I think the majority of people, and I am somebody who has been guilty of this up until the last year, of only writing down my goals at the very start of the year. But you need to be doing it every single month. You need to be doing it every single week. You need to really be doing it every single day so you have a clear plan of where it is that you're trying to get to.
So true, so true. I love that. And I think something that's really powerful, and Jack, you and I have probably had this with each other, is picking out someone who can hold you accountable. And sometimes that, for some people, isn't easy to do because that person's going to be on your back. So, for a PT, for example, that person is going to be hounding you about your diet and your exercise, and you're probably like, just go away. But actually, you need that. And Jack has been on my case, right? All of the things that I want to achieve, you're always coming and saying to me, hey, Alex, checking in, what's happening? And it's really, really important because that person is going to keep you in check, hold you accountable. It's important to maybe think about who that could be for each and everyone out there. Who can you pick out that is going to pick up the phone, check in, make sure that you're continuing to stay on track, because these are times that are potentially never going to happen again. And there's a huge opportunity. So getting someone to make sure that you're staying connected to the vision, staying connected to the mission it's going to make sure that you make the most of it and don't allow the situation to make the most of you.
Tell them again. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. I like that.
Make the most of the situation. Don't let it make the most of you. And
I think that's very, very, very true. And all of us at this point in time, we need to be figuring out, you know, let me pull up a really quick quote that was by Napoleon Hill. He said, "With every adversity is the seed of an equal or greater opportunity." And I think that is the precise situation where we're in right now. Anytime that there's a problem, right, there's also going to be a solution. So go away today in whatever respective field you work in. It really doesn't matter. But try and think about, okay, within our industry now, we are facing this specific problem. How can I use my skills and my abilities to create the solution? Be the solution rather than being part of the problem, I guess, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, amazing point. I even look at what we're doing right now, Jack. You know, this has come off the back of ultimately the times we find ourselves in now. And instead of waiting and over deliberating and chasing perfection, we said, look, let's get out there. Let's try and deliver that source of inspiration, motivation, get people's brains firing, and try and create a kind of connected ecosystem and community so that we can all be in this together, hold each other accountable, and as I say, deliver action. So I think this is a great example of it. And I hope that as people are tuning in, the brains are firing to say, hey, what can I do right now? What can I do today to go and take myself one step closer and make the most of these uncertain times? For you, Jack, if there was one thing that you wanted people to take away from this video, what would it be?
One of my favorite sayings is trust the process. Just trust the process. Trust yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you have to give yourself a pep talk, I do it all the time. I'm not going to lie. Like when the going gets tough, I'll give myself a pep talk and be like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to smash this. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that I deliver on my goals and do my best to help the people around me. So just trust the process. No matter how hard it gets, trust me, you will make it through. What about yourself?
Love it. I think for me, I've probably said it about 20 times on this session, but it's that bias towards action. Whenever you are overthinking or over-analyzing or over-planning anything, do enough, stop, and just do it. You know, don't...
Sorry, yeah. Go on.
Please.
What? No, go for it, sorry.
It's just, I see too much of... I call it analysis paralysis, where you're analyzing something for so long that you just don't take action. So I'm big on think it through and just get it done. Go for it.
Yeah, and I actually want you guys to tune in for maybe the next episode, where I want to find out from Alex how he started a business in 3 days. Okay, 3 days. Okay, so this is he's not just talking the talk; he really does walk the walk. So tune in for next time.
See you on the next one.
Take care.